Hello everyone, it's Mithri Logachari and I'd like to welcome to you in this channel. I hope you all are fine and staying in home safely and you are fighting with the coronavirus and enjoying your time within the territory of your home. I'd like to request you to stay home and safe. Today, I would like to take you to the new chapter of the financial management. And let's start with the introduction to the financial management. In order to know something about the financial management, first, we have to know what is finance. The finance is the process of collecting the required fund for the project or work. It's obvious that whenever we start a work, we need a fund to complete that work. That is, resources are required for the operation of the project, and in order to obtain those resources, a fund is required, which is called a finance. The finance is the lifeblood of any work or any business organization. So, financing is the process of collecting the fund required for the project or work. Whereas, management is the process of identifying, collecting, and effective utilization of the fund for the project. Financial management is an act of management which helps in collecting the fund, effective utilization of that fund, and maintaining the fund for the future project. The financial management helps to identify the required amount of fund for any project. It helps to collect that required fund and it gives the information about the effective utilization of that required fund. Then we can say that financing is the process of collecting the required fund for any project or work, whereas financial management is the process of identifying the required amount of fund, collecting that required fund, and effective utilization of that collected fund is known as financial management. Then move forward for the importance of financial management. It helps in financial planning. That is, the financial plans can be implemented and enforced for the future. That means financial management helps to identify the amount of fund we require for the project. That means we will be able to collect the required amount of fund and we will be managing the required fund where to be collected. The source can be identified and how the amount can be collected can be determined in the earlier period. That means the financial management helps in financial planning. Next one is acquisition of fund. That means financial management helps in acquisition of fund. It gives the information about these various sources of fund. That means they may be equity fund, debenture fund, or preferred share. How we can determine how we can use the fund and which one is the cheaper means of fund. So the financial management helps in acquisition of that fund required for any project or work. Next one is we have proper use of the fund, that is proper utilization of fund. That means it helps to acquire the fund required for any project, and it controls and monitors that the acquired fund has been effectively utilized for the purpose it has been acquired. That means the funds obtained for a specific purpose will be implied or employed in that particular proposed one. Next one, we have financing decision, that is helping in financial decision. That means the financial management helps to decide the financial analysis. It helps to analyze the financial information, and it helps to identify the risk factor, and those risk factors are analyzed in the financing decision will be taken on the most effective project. That means we may have different projects such as project A and project B. The project A has 7% return rate, whereas it has 3.5% risk factor. Similarly, the project B has 10% return rate and let us suppose 5% risk factor. Then which project will you choose? The decision for choosing the project can be decided through the financial management. There, the project A has the required rate of return 7% and your risk factor is 3.5%. That means the return rate is 3.5%. If you deduct the risk factor from the rate or required rate from the return you are obtaining, that means 7 minus 3.5 equals to 3.5%. Whereas next you have return is 10% and your risk factor is 5%. And here your net return rate is 5%. 10 minus 5 equals 5%. That means you will choose the project V. You have higher return. Okay. Next we have helps in improve the profitability. Yes, the profitability is the one of the main objectives of the financing. The organization without making a profit will not sustain for the longer period. So profit is required, and the financial management helps in determining the profitable projects and making the investment on those projects. So the financial management helps to improve in profitability of the firm. Next one, we have increased the value of the firm. That is, shareholders' wealth maximization will be increased. The financial management aims that the value of the shareholders' wealth should be increased so that the firm will continue for the longer period and the required fund can be collected from those shareholders again and again. If the value of the shareholders is not increased, nobody will be willing to invest in your entity. So the financial management helps to increase the value of the firm. Next one, we have promoting saving. That means the profit will be earned by the business organization and it will be looking for the investment opportunities. So it stores or it saves the certain sum of money in the form of retained earning to make the further investment in the profitable projects. That means the financial management is promoting the saving function. After that, we have functions of financial management. What are the functions the financial management performs? First one is executive management. That is executive finance function. Under this executive finance function, the most important thing is investment decision, financing decision, and next one is dividend decision, and another one is liquidity decision. What is meant by investment decision? That means the executive finance manager. That means it is a top manager who decides that where the investment are to be made according to the risk factor and their respective return. The investment decision will be made. That is, we may have different alternative projects with different risk factors and the different rate of return. The executive finance manager will be the effective decision that the ultimate goal of that decision will be shareholders' wealth maximization. Next one, we have financing decision. The financing decision means that the sources from where to finance the project. We already discussed that we have three alternative sources of financing, that is equity share capital, preference share capital, and the next one we have debt capital. Due to interest deductible for the tax purpose, the cheaper means of financing will always be debt financing. So, the executive finance manager will make the decision how much and from where the financing will be made to certain project. Next one, we have liquidity decision. That means the executive finance manager will decide how much current assets and current liabilities will be maintained, how much fixed assets will be acquired for operating the organization, the liquidity and how much amount of cash will be kept as a reserve for the day-to-day operation of the business. The more the liquid assets, you may be losing the investment opportunity. So, the more you have fund in your hand, that fund will be unutilized because it is kept in your vault without investing in any project. So, the liquidity decision should be optimal. That means it is said that if we can finance the current assets with the current liabilities, it will be better. Next one, we have dividend decision. That means the firm earns the profit and the shareholder wants that return. But the executive finance manager should decide that it's whether it has to give the zero dividend policy, implement the zero dividend policy, constant dividend policy, or variable dividend policy. Zero dividend policy means all the profit earned will be kept as a retained earning. No dividend will be distributed to the shareholders. Constant dividend policy means that a certain percentage, let's say 1%, 2% of the net profit earned will be given as dividend to the shareholders continuously without any break. Whereas variable dividend policy means sometimes the dividend may goes to higher rate of return, higher rate, and sometimes there may be low rate, and sometimes there may not be any dividend. Next one, we have routine functions of the finance managing. Routine functions. Under routine functions, the following are the functions performed by the finance manager. Those routine functions comprises to supervise the daily cash receipt and payment, to supervise the current and fixed assets, to protect and safeguard the important document and papers for the future references, to keep the record of the financial transaction, and to prepare the reports and submit for the decision making. Okay. After this, let's move forward with the goal of the financial management. As we have already discussed that we have two major goals of the financial management. Number one is profit maximization. Okay. And the next one is the shareholders wealth maximization. The profit maximization goal is the major goal for the business survival. Without any profit, the firm will not be sustainable for the longer period of time. So, when the firm earns the profit, it is assumed that the firm will go for or sustain for a longer period of time. But the profit maximization goal has the various drawbacks. Okay, we have the profit maximization goal has the drawbacks. I remembered a joke over here, drawback. I have a friend, and during the exam question was asked him in English question paper that please mention the drawback of television. And what happened? You know what he did? He just drew the backside of the television. Okay? Please don't be like that. The drawbacks means the lackages. Okay? Disadvantages of the profit maximization goal. It is vague. That is, the profit maximization goal says that only to increase the profit, but it does not say that whether to increase the profit after tax or profit before tax. Okay? Or profit before the administrative expenses. So it is treated as the vague term. The profit maximization goal does not consider the time value of money. What is meant by time value of money? The money earned today is higher than the money that is earned that will be earned tomorrow, because the money earned today will yield something if we invest it in the project. So, a rupee today is more valuable than a rupee tomorrow. That means the profit maximization goal does not consider the time value of money. Next one is it ignores the risks. It just considers that the figures of the profit will be increased, but it does not consider how much risk is there in any project. So, due to these many limitations or drawbacks of the profit maximization goal, another goal of the firm or financial management has been erased, that is shareholders wealth maximization goal. That means it aims for the increment of the wealth of a shareholder. it says that all the future incomes should be discounted to the present value that will be obtained from any project, and the net present value should be maximized so that the shareholders' wealth will be maximized. It says like, the shareholders' wealth maximization goal says that the value of the shareholder should be maximized today by discounting all the future incomes with the required rate of return, that is cost of equity. Or we can say that net present value NPV is equals to present value of future incomes, that is all future incomes will be discounted to the present value minus initial investment. Okay, or it can be described as in formula like this: net present value NPV is equals to cash flow 1 divided by 1 plus KE power 1, that is KE is equals to required rate of return or cost of equity or cost of capital, plus cash flow 2 1 plus KE power 2 plus cash flow 3 1 plus KE power 3 plus cash flow n divided by 1 plus KE power n minus initial investment I0. Okay, here C of 1 means cash inflow, future income for the first year. Cash flow 2 is equal to future income for second year, third year, and n number of years respectively, and KE is equal to required rate of return, and I0 is equal to initial investment. Okay, let's move forward. After this, the features or the superiority. Why the shareholders' wealth maximization goal is superior than the profit maximization goal. Okay, the superiority options are, the meaning is clear for the shareholders' wealth maximization. It says that the present value of the shareholders should be maximized. It does not say that like that, while maximize only profit. It says the present value, all the future incomes will be discounted to the present value, and the net present value should be maximized. It is clear. The meaning is given by the shareholders' wealth maximization is so clear. Next one is, it considers the time value of money. It also considers the risk element. The various risk elements of the various projects will be considered, and the most beneficial project will be selected for the operation. Next one is, it always focuses on the shareholders' interest, that the shareholders will always be willing to make investment in the entity, due to the shareholders will be in the first priority of under this goal. Okay, this much for today. I hope you have understood the basic concept of finance, financial management, and the objectives, major objectives or goal of the financial management, that is net profit maximization goal and shareholders' wealth maximization goal, and the superiority of the shareholders' wealth maximization goal with the profit maximization goal. I hope you will be able to distinguish between the profit maximization goal and shareholders' wealth maximization goal. Okay, thank you very much for staying with us. Please be in touch, and if you have not subscribed the channel, I will request you to subscribe the channel for the future videos like this. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you very much.